What is going on, View Crew and the Schmoedown community? Welcome back to A Certain Point of View here on A Certain Point of View. I'm your host, Jake Verlin, and we are the crew.
It's funny how that works.
Look, it's a Monday. We don't usually do this on Mondays, but this week is special, and there's a lot going on this week. So yes, this show might be a little different than normal just because we don't usually do this on Mondays. How is everybody doing on a Monday? Because it's the beginning of the week. Everyone start the week out okay? Everything okay? Good? Well...
I worked out for the first time in months today.
Ew, gross.
So we'll see if I can walk tomorrow.
No, thank you. It's quarantine. It's not required, but not like I would do it if we weren't in quarantine.
Well, that's the thing, though. I've been making that excuse for almost a year now, and I'm like, okay, it's time to move my body a little bit more.
It's time.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
I can just feel my muscles just atrophied everywhere. Like this, I'm just a blob.
At least you have stairs in your house. Like you get a little like climb action. Like I'm like, oh, the kitchen's so far away. It's like 10 feet away from me.
So far.
Anyways, welcome to Chaos Week. This is Chaos Week.
Yeah, I mean, we can plug some things right now. So today we have two very interesting and cool people to have on the channel. We have Kat and Sonny all the way from Copenhagen joining us. I know the four of us are very excited to talk to them because when the list was initially announced, they were names that kind of popped up right away for us, and so we've been waiting for this one for a little bit. So we have them today, and then tomorrow we have John Hoey from the Resistance broadcast, part of the TRB crew from Star Wars Newsnet. And then on Wednesday, we also have a batch of rookies as well. So look out for that. So very busy week here on POV, but yeah, it's super excited.
Not to mention this little thing called the draft that's happening Friday.
I mean, I was just plugging our stuff,
Oh, okay. Well.
People already know about the draft.
Yeah.
The draft is my thing.
Yeah. We're going to literally have a backstage party.
Party.
All the foods.
Yeah.
Jill, how you doing on this Monday? You all right?
No. Not really, no. I'm going to be honest. Not really. But
You got this, Jill.
I know.
You got this. Just remember, February.
It's almost here.
A week away.
I'm excited for Sonny and Kat, though, so that will cheer me up a little. That will cheer me up. So I'm excited. Excited to be here. I'm excited for them to be here. I'm excited to bring them on.
Well, with that introduction, let's go ahead and bring them on and get to the questions and the understanding of their involvement in the Schmoedown. Introducing first time for POV, Kat and Sonny. Welcome.
Hey,
Hello.
thank you so much for having us.
Of course. Welcome. Welcome to as we set up top behind backstage. Welcome to the madness that is the Schmoedown.
Thank you so much. We said, love it already. Love being in the community and all the craziness that comes along with it.
Quite a lot.
So we know that you've been on a couple channels previously. How has it been so far for you guys, kind of interacting with everybody, the other crews around the community?
Pretty nice.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Yeah, getting to know a lot of people in the space and just talking Schmoedown, which is not something that we usually get to do a lot with other people because, being in Denmark and all that is not, I don't know how many Danes watch the Schmoedown. I'm sure there are a couple. I'm sure like Danish Christian Harloff is out there somewhere. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Usually it's, little late-ish for us when we get to do these shows, but it's no worries at all. It's just a lot of fun every time, and then we just get to go straight to bed afterwards.
Cheers to that.
I will say you guys coming along has brought me one of my favorite hashtags so far, and it's Draft and Danes. And I see it everywhere, and I love it.
Oh, there we go.
It's a good hashtag. It's a really good hashtag.
It is.
It's a very good one.
Okay, so for those in the chat who may not know who you guys are and your involvement in the YouTube space and even your connection to movies and even Schmoedown as well, can you explain to them where you come from with all of this?
Definitely. Well, like channel-wise, we're called Kat and Sonny, and we do reactions and reviews. Have been doing it for 2 years. Yeah, okay. I was expecting like a more clear answer there, but no. About 2 years or something. And yeah, it just started as a try and do something, get out there, do something in the YouTube space. Because I've been watching the Schmoedown, been watching Christian and Mark for many years, and been wanting to do something like that, and also been watching some reaction channels like Blind Wave with like you, Eric, of course, that you had on recently, and that just inspired us to at least start with the reactions, and then try to do some more stuff from there on, focusing a lot on sci-fi and fantasy, and of course anything Star Wars related. Like we have to do that because it's just that's the best thing in the whole world.
Yeah.
You are correct.
And then we got the opportunity to get in the draft in the Schmoedown, which was not something that we expected that would happen ever, especially being from Denmark. But the whole digital age is just opened up a lot of doors. So we are very grateful for that.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, obviously it from bad circumstances with COVID and everything, but being able to see all these people from across the world with the digital side is very cool going into the season. Very different perspectives from everybody who watch movies. Molly, I'll shoot it to you first if you wanna ask Kat and Sonny a question.
Yeah. So I was looking at your channel earlier, by the way, and I really like your reactions. But so it sounds like you guys are kind of into like the nerd culture, Star Wars type thing. So are you guys looking to go into the division of IG and Star Wars, or is it just all of them, singles, teams?
Well, primarily just IG and Star Wars, yeah.
Yeah, open to pretty much all of the divisions, but our strengths definitely lie more in IG and Star Wars, that's for sure.
Awesome. So you probably are familiar with the IG wheel then. Other than Star Wars, what would be a slice on the wheel that you guys would feel really confident in?
Middle Earth.
Yeah,
And Harry Potter.
Nice. Nice.
MCU as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's up there.
That was a very quick answer of Middle Earth.
Yep, they were like, boom.
That was brought up on Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and stuff. So that was just as you say, when you usually say this, you say that you were basically you get out of the room and then
Here's Star Wars.
And that was basically the same for me with everything Tolkien, basically.
Yeah.
Were you able
there
to?
aren't a lot of IG players that feel really strongly in Lord of the Rings, other than like your Robert Parker, Alex. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We definitely wouldn't mind spinning that in any match.
Were you guys able to watch the Lord of the Rings exhibition match last year?
Yes, I did, and that got a lot of the questions actually. But those people they had in that match, like, they definitely knew their stuff as well. Like, holy moly!
Yep.
Yeah, I will never ever touch the rings. No.
I would
far away.
embarrass myself.
Part of me feels like my best subject. I don't think I could do like they did. That was wild.
Yeah. All right, Brian, what you taking next? What do you got?
So you both said you're familiar with the managers and the Schmoedown and all that type of stuff. So I would like to know if you have a preference of a manager or someone that you think you would work well with. If you don't want to say, then what is a manager, like the traits you're looking for in one that you would like to bring and help you?
Yeah, probably not going to name anyone, just because it might hurt our chances like that. But just
absolutely,
in general, we're definitely open to like being on any faction, be it as heels or faces. We'll see how that goes. When it comes to what we are looking for in a manager, I think we both agree that we would like for the manager to just have a lot of focus on, this is having fun. This is a fun thing that we're doing here. It doesn't have to be 100% serious. We don't yell at each other. Try not to get mad at each other, and just keeping that good vibe through the whole thing. And then helping each other as well in the faction. Just helping each other study all the time. I think that's something that we would look for in a faction overall as well.
So hopefully not Finstock, because they do a lot of yelling.
They do a lot of yelling.
They're very loud.
So maybe, yeah.
I was gonna name someone specific, but I'm glad you said.
I was about to do that as well.
Well, for me, it's just I need to know how to talk smack. That's the only thing.
We're too kind, so we need to learn how to talk some more smack, and then maybe we can do it in Danish, but still.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I mean, that might bring an intimidation factor that a lot of players don't have, because they'll have no idea what you're saying.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Was that an insult? Was that a compliment? I don't know how to react.
Exactly. It could just be gibberish. Like, you would never know.
Oh no.
Poor Eric. Can you imagine if that started happening and he had to learn to translate subtitles? Poor Nerd Chronic.
Or he just becomes super creative and starts putting what he wants to.
That could be true.
That could be a lot of fun as well, actually. Have him just start talking Danish for a couple of minutes and just see what he comes up with.
Eventually, it's just going to be like ... like
question mark. Yeah. something Vikings. I don't know.
All right, Jill. Why don't you follow that up?
Yeah, so you guys you have your reaction channel, and but what is it about the Schmoedown that draw you to it and you guys wanted to be a part of it? Was it just the trivia aspect? Did the character aspect intrigue you? What is it about the Schmoedown that you were like, yes, I need to get in there somehow?
I think the people first and foremost. In the Schmoedown. That's at least how it started for me. As I said, like, I've been following Mark and Christian for many years, and then they started doing the Schmoedown, and I watched it because it was them doing it. And then it evolved from there on, and I really liked the trivia aspect of it. There's not a lot of big trivia contests here in Denmark, not a lot of big conventions, so we don't get to do a lot of that. It may be like going to a bar and answering trivia questions, which we did do at one point, and I did win some money doing that in the Star Wars.
Nice! There you go.
But I felt almost bad about doing it because the other people weren't that good. But yeah, and then we're not that much into sports in general, so that's kind of that's our sport. That's what we watch, and with the factions and the teams and people that we're rooting for is in that space as well. So I was just happy that there was something for us to watch and be a little bit excited about in the same way as people are excited about football and baseball and stuff like that, I guess.
Oh yeah, and it's for sure for people like someone like Molly and myself who really don't watch sports. This is basically our big sports thing. So completely understand where you're coming with that, especially now with the factions and the drafting, and it's really become a sport these past couple of seasons. It's real freaking exciting.
Yeah, you get real passionate about it as well, and maybe there's some heated conversations once in a while. Not between us, but I'm sure.
I mean,
maybe once in a while.
We basically treated this past spectacular like Super Bowl. We're on a Zoom call together, watching, snacking the whole day. It was fun.
We spent 9 hours on a Zoom call with all of us.
Oh man,
yeah,
there was lots of snacking,
lots of snacks, lots of drinks, lots of alcohol,
couple of drinks.
Snacks and drinks. What more can you ask for?
Exactly.
I did want to ask, because you had mentioned how you both wanted to learn how to talk a little bit of smack. How do you guys feel about the character aspect of the game? Is that something that you would be very interested in kind of adapting to a character, or is it so much so that you really just want to be yourself on camera, or do you really kind of want to just translate into someone that isn't really you off of camera?
Yeah. Do you want to take this one?
I definitely I said yes for the sole reason that I could be a character. So I could go both ways. I could both be a face. I can also be a heel. It just depends on the characterization. And I was just because I need to study up a lot. I could just say that straight off the bat, but I am an academic, so I'm used to like hard study. So that's definitely like it was a big part of it, sure, because it is like the movie trivia competition out there. But it was like the whole thing that I could bring in some characterization and just have some fun and be able to interact in a
exactly
fun
like we
way.
definitely don't mind being ourselves on camera, but being able to play a character, like you can kind of hide behind that sometimes. For me at least, like I've always wanted to be an actor. I've done some acting here in Denmark, so like if I can do that and bring that to the table as well, and once again hide behind a character in some way, get away with some things that I wouldn't be able to do myself, because when it's just us, we try to be as kind as possible all the time and try not to say anything bad about people. So that's where the whole smack talk thing is kind of like like we don't usually do that, but being a character, that's something completely different.
Yes.
That'd be so fun.
Yes.
I did not know how to cut a promo when I started. I was like, do I have to talk about like say mean stuff, really? But
And now you want to say mean things to people.
And now I kind of do want to. Like, the more you do it, the more into it you get, and you're like, okay, I can do this.
Like even someone like Dan Murrell, at like to start with, like he wasn't the big smack talker, like he didn't do a lot of his own promos, but now it's like he's amazing at it. And like during the free agency special, like he was getting heated.
Yeah, we got a little pinch of heel Dan there for a second. Yeah.
Angry Murrell, damn.
Yes.
I did
for a reason.
I did want to bring up a comment from the chat here, and this is from Brian Nussbaum here. And he had asked if there is a specific competitor that both you would want to face in your debut.
Well, it would have to be, most likely inside of a geekdom and or Star Wars. I did call out to Flirtenflaus on one of the other streams just because that would be a lot of fun, and I love Brett, even though I know they're not the same person.
I'd love to see Flirtenflaus do IG or Star Wars. That would be amazing.
A lot of fun. I don't know how much you would get, but it would be a lot of fun.
Fun matches are the best matches, though. I don't care about.
We need them every once in a while.
Yeah, we need those fun matches. Bring it.
Exactly. Big dream would be to play someone like Kevin Smith. It's like just anything, or just talk to him in any way, be in the same space as him. Other than that, I think we're just open to like any challenge pretty much. Still, of course, want to study up and need to study up on a lot of things, which we are definitely doing and going to do more and more of. And if we get drafted, then that's going to kick into high gear. Maybe not like in Star Wars. I wouldn't want to go up against Alex right now.
That's a big jump.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is. Or any maybe like the Dragon Con people scare me a little bit as well.
They're not that scary.
I mean, they are dragons. So.
Well, Kylie,
there you go.
How do they expect to defeat the dragons in Star Wars? There you go.
There we go.
Actual dragons.
Real life dragons.
There be dragons.
There be dragons.
Molly, I'll shoot it back to you. You got anything else you want to ask them?
Yeah. So I was looking at the YouTube channel. Has there been a show within the past year that you guys have just like really fallen in love with and just like loved doing reactions for? Or movie?
She wants recommendations.
The Expanse.
Oh, I need
Nice.
to watch that.
Ooh. Jake, I
we just
swear,
finished it last night.
more people tell Jake to watch The Expanse than any other show, and he still hasn't
So
watched
yeah,
it.
so the funny thing is probably in like mid last year, I put a poll out on Twitter, and both Alex and Molly go, "Yeah, you need to watch The Expanse." And then they found out that I had never seen Battlestar Galactica, and now we're still trying to finish that, and so I haven't touched The Expanse yet.
When I win the belt, and have to stop studying, then we'll get back to watching Battlestar.
There we go.
Sounds good. But yeah, Expanse. That's it's not enough people are watching that in general. I think it's not getting enough, recognition out there.
I completely agree. I was a little unsure about it at the start, but it just got better and better. And this last season was just crazy. It's really good.
Yeah, really, really, really good. Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
I'm gonna watch it out of spite.
I'm 100% gonna start watching it tomorrow. It's decided. I'm watching it.
You could probably finish it before we get back to Battlestar.
Yeah,
it's
it's
fine.
100%. Yes, 100%. Okay, question came from the chat here. Would you play each other for your debut?
Absolutely.
No hesitation. Yes.
Sure. And we don't mind being on different factions either. We say this every time we're doing anything Schmoedown related, but even though we're doing all of the interviews together and it is like Kat and Sonny always together, we don't mind being drafted into separate factions or even going against each other at some point.
Could be fun.
Could be fun. Yeah.
That would be fun. Some
Kat seems
faction
very excited about
rivalry.
the potential of that.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn into
dream.
Cat versus Sonny. No,
Yeah, Kat
no
versus
more
Sonny.
Ann.
Yeah.
We don't have to change it.
I love it.
Jill, I'll shoot it off to you next. You got anything else you want to ask?
Yeah. I'll do my little scenario question that I do. So just a little improv scenario. Let's say you're in your match. It's round 2. And you are ahead in points, so you get to choose if you get to spin first or defer. Do you spin first? Do you defer? And why?
I'll defer straight away.
You'll defer?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll defer?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's I feel like I would have the upper hand in a way. That I would know how it went for the first person, and then I can. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's
A hunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would also defer. So I'm right there with you. I get it.
I might alternate a little bit, back and forth, but I definitely see it could be a really good idea to just start out first, because then you can get what maybe you want on the wheel. If you defer, it might get taken. Of course, then you can steal if that's an opportunity. But maybe also just to put pressure on the opponent. If you get a really good round 2, then that's always good.
Yep. Pros and cons to both. That's for sure. I'm definitely I'm team defer personally, but I understand the pros and cons to both.
It seems like the nice thing to do, to defer.
Yes. There you
So
go.
we're sticking with being nice.
Enjoy.
Yes.
Brian, do you have anything else?
Yeah, so I know obviously IG and Star Wars, there's no teams. So if you were on a team with anyone you could hope for to learn from, who would be someone you would love to learn IG or Star Wars from if you got to be on their team?
Oh. Well, it's when it comes to Star Wars, it's once again hard not to answer Alex.
Yeah.
Because that's when it comes to knowledge, I mean, come on. And in a geekdom, actually really like the Barbarian. Even though a lot of people will say, even though he's on Finstock Exchange, but I think he has a really good knowledge base just overall in a geekdom. Someone if Inman was still in the league, I
He's a
would love
really
to team
good
up with him.
choice.
Yeah,
That would be so cool.
and also such a great guy.
Yeah.
Ooh, I miss
Definitely.
Inman.
I do too.
If
I
I,
know,
could bring
I-
someone back from retirement, I would say Rachel Cushing because she's
Oh,
always-
yeah.
Of course.
Can't argue with that.
Nope.
Cannot argue with that. That's for
Nope.
sure.
Live in the Shire of Lord of the Rings knowledge.
Yep.
That one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Very
yes.
true. Very true. Okay, so if does anybody else have any questions before we move on to our final POV question here? Everyone good?
We're good.
I had a quick question.
Okay.
Given the choice, besides doing this digitally, like if travel and money weren't an issue, would you rather do a pre-taped, like in studio match, or would you rather do a live match in front of a live audience?
Like there's some pros and cons there as well. Getting that energy from the crowd, that would be awesome. Like being on the stage and just soaking all that up. But also being in the studio, like there's a big advantage to having like the pre-taped because, you never know what might happen. But in general, like we would just love to like go and be like there in person as soon as we can, because it's just, number one, we really miss traveling, and two, always wanted to do that, and I've had the opportunity to go to LA and go to a live event before and talk to a bunch of the competitors, and got the opportunity to visit the studios as well. So I would just love to bring Kat this time around so we can both meet a lot of the people.
Awesome. Yeah.
Well,
hope to get back into in-person things
So I miss
soon.
the studio. I miss the studio.
This
if you
year,
don't mind,
maybe?
if you don't mind me asking, which LA event did you go to?
The very first one.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Wow.
That's awesome.
wow, super
Had
cool.
to show my support.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's
really
so cool.
All right, we'll go ahead and shift gears here away from the hard-hitting Schmoedown questions. We'll get to our fun POV question here on the channel. Being that we're all movie fans, movies got to bring us together. And when theaters were open, we like to ask our guests what their go-to movie snack is, and then also what their favorite candy is as well.
And it doesn't have to be American stuff.
Yeah, it can be anything.
Like there's a big difference, I'm sure, like between what we can get in our
Probably.
movie theaters compared to you guys.
Probably better, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Not a big selection. Really. Like there's popcorn, and like you can always get popcorn. That's for sure. And then it varies between like movie theaters, like the big chains. They definitely have more candy to choose between. But the smaller ones, it's very I don't know if you know Tom's Chocolate, Tom's Chocolate, which is like that's a Danish brand. Like we have a lot of that. And Haribo.
Haribo.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny because you're the second person from outside of the United States that has said Haribo.
Jacob London said it from
London
Australia.
said it too.
Yeah.
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 Oh. Yeah, it's German. So yeah, very close by. And well, we can buy beer and wine.
It's a great
we started to be able to do that in our theaters too. I'm like, I can get wine now? Cool.
That's always a lot of fun.
I don't have to sneak it in anymore.
Yeah. But usually we'll go for popcorn, just most of the time.
Oh, so salty. Ooh.
Oh yeah, you don't like movie theater popcorn. That's right. That's right. It's too salty.
Joe, let me ask this: do you like butter on the popcorn?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not really. Do they do that in a lot of movie theaters here? No, it's usually just the salted kind, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, we're not that adventurous when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Americans like to try anything and everything. Let's be real.
Well,
That's fair.
ours is literally just salt and butter. That's
Anything
literally
with
all it
butter
is.
on it, anything with butter, we're just like, yes.
And the sizes are just like the small is like way bigger than your head. That's like the smallest size they offer.
Oh yeah. The sizes when it comes to that's definitely a big difference as well. Like every time I've been to the state and I go for a small, I'm like, what do you mean? Small?
Yeah.
Our small size is just like, just a small cup. Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot.
Yes,
That would-
it does.
really small.
Your small, probably our sample size.
Imagine so.
They give you that site. They give you like a small cup
Like a water cup.
to actually put extra salt in,
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
or like the special flavored salt. You can ask for little like sample size cups, and that some people will like get extra salt or extra butter and put it in
Yeah.
that cup.
And you need an extra big drink for that.
Exactly.
That's how they make money.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yep.
And we also have licorice, a lot of that. I don't think that's a big thing
Nope.
in the States, is it?
Like,
It's
like,
there, but I don't see very many people buying it.
We have
Okay.
like red vines and Twizzlers.
Yeah.
Twizzlers.
Yeah.
Twizzlers.
Red
That's not
vines?
real licorice.
Yeah.
like the black licorice or
I
like the
believe
black
it.
licorice.
Black licorice.
No.
Yes.
I actually like black licorice. I
No.
used to eat it a lot when I was a kid.
Oh my god.
No.
I'm not a big fan of it either, but Kat and her family, they'll just.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
well, it was the only thing my mom could eat, like candy-wise. So
There you go.
Hey, I mean,
So that's the choice.
You had to
fair
like
enough.
it. That's fair. All right. Well, I think if we have no more questions, that's going to wrap up our time with Kat and Sonny here. I just want to say it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you guys a little bit, talking with you. I know it's been a few weeks in the making, and we're glad to make it happen. And we can't wait to see what happens on Friday. I know the draft is approaching. I'm sure it's nervous from your end a little bit, but we are excited to see what happens and see where you guys land.
Yeah, we're excited as well to just see if we get drafted. that's the big thing. But even if we don't, like, it's just been such an amazing thing to just be part of like all like the Schmoedown community, and hopefully we can like keep doing that and keep talking to some people in the space, and hopefully also you guys as well. I think like this half hour went by way too quick.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead, Jill. Go ahead.
I just say you're always welcome to pop in and hang with us whenever you want. Just shoot us a message. You'll be like, "Come on in, come party with us."
We'd love to. Talk some movies and Star Wars in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
always.
We'll have to work around the time situation, but yeah.
Yeah, the time zone thing is we got to work.
more
on it.
reasonable time for you guys.
Well, again, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and especially on your end being so early in the morning there. We really appreciate it, and good luck for the rest of the week and on Friday as well.
Thank you so much, and yeah, thank you for having us on once again. And now we will go to bed.
Okay. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.
Good luck.
They're so. Oh my gosh, they're so sweet. They're so cute.
Mhm.
Draft
I'm
them
glad-
names.
I
I'm
love
glad we were
that
finally
hat
talking.
bag. Oh yeah,
I
me
do
too.
too.
They were like one of the first people when they got announced. I was like, "Ooh, I want to talk to them."
Mhm.
I want to talk to them.
Anyone that's outside of the U.S. it's just so much more interesting. Like, because you kind of don't being in the U.S. It's made in the U.S. Like, you don't even think how far this thing reaches. We've talked to Scotland, Copenhagen, Australia. Like, it's incredible. It's literally all over the world, and it's
There's
just
someone.
so cool.
I learned there's someone from the Philippines
Yeah.
who's in the draft.
Yeah, it's incredible. I love it. It's so cool that this thing reaches everywhere.
Global.
It's just this nerdy little trivia questions.
Yep.
So yeah, it's great. I love it. They seem great, and I really hope they get drafted too.
Me too.
Same. All right, a few plugs before we get out of here, guys. Just a reminder, as we mentioned up top, tomorrow we have John Hoey from the Resistance broadcast on with us, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Oh yes, excuse me, my Canadians too. Of course, Canadians.
Who have we talked to anybody from Canada?
I thought so.
Canadians sneak under the radar.
Without even telling us, right? Yeah.
We always just Americans. We always just assume they're somewhere in. Nope, they're in Canada.
They don't want to mention it because it's so much better than the US.
True. That's true. That's very true. Okay, so tomorrow we have John Hoey on from the Resistance broadcast, the second member of Resistance broadcast that we're having on. And then on Wednesday, we actually have 3 rookies on for about an hour or so. We have Ross Arsenault, Evan Bushkar, and James Bainey, the final member of the Resistance broadcast, joining us on Wednesday as well. So that'll all be at 6 p.m. Pacific right here on the channel. Tomorrow will probably be around the half-hour time with John, and then being that we have 3 on Wednesday, it'll run just around an hour. Check that out. And then for you patron members, just keep in mind we do have our watch-along on Thursday. If you are interested in that watch-along, hit that Patreon link, which is right there down below in the description and also on the screen. Doing all kinds of cool things. We also have our second reaction coming out for you $5 and up patrons as well. Look out for that. It's actually a really fun match that had to do with stuff that happened last Friday at free agency. So that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, we're going to be here all week. And then we'll probably be recording some stuff for the draft as well. Maybe some reactions to seeing where people place up. So you'll see clips of those. And then we'll be back on Sunday breaking everything down, all the chaos that happened on Friday. So look out for all that. Busy week. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll try to get our rest, but if not, we'll be here ready to talk.
Sleep? Who needs that? Who needs sleep?
Who is she? Who is she? We don't know.
Also, plugs real quick. These 3 are doing the Nerd Chronic quiz tonight for Twilight. Go and plug that.
Let me watched it. We haven't watched it. We haven't studied it. Let's see how this goes.
Head over there at 8 p.m. Pacific. They're doing the Nerd Chronic quiz with Video Drew, Eric, and then these 3. And then myself, I'm actually there you go. And then myself, I'm actually going to be popping in on Brandon Buckingham's new show, Schmo Me the Money, alongside PLD from C2A and Justin Hamilton from Let's Get Ready. It'll be the 3 of us talking about some free agent stuff that happened. So I'll be doing that just a little bit after these guys are doing the Twilight quiz. So we're still going tonight, guys. If you're interested, check those out. Subscribe to the channel. You'll see more of us tonight. But if not, we'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday, Sunday, and can't wait to see you guys. So for all of us here at POV, thank you guys so much. Go ahead, Brian.
I was just going to say, I was going to make a joke and say that you ran somewhere else so that way you didn't have to do the Twilight trivia with us.
I mean, the universe will never know. The universe Okay. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.